Hello guys, Art-Teeves here. Today I'll show you the sped-up 3D modeling process of this stylized robot postman. I've cut out most boring parts of the video. Let's get started. This model consists of 5 key elements, including the envelope. Legs have rubber joints, so they can be animated in a different way than arms and head, obviously. The envelope can be removed at any time. The composition is pretty simple here. I start modeling process by creating a pair of eyes. Round eyes will give our robot a slightly naive, cartoony cute look. My idea for this guy is to combine basic rectangular bureaucracy-associated shapes with thick chamfered cartoony elements. I use Swift Loop tool and add some vertical topology to create frames for head. Sometimes I make them by using extrude, and sometimes by simple polygon modeling. To move edges along other edges, I use the Edge Constraint tool. I add some extra topology and try to make my polygons more square, to slightly deform the robot's head. I deform it by applying an FFD modifier to selected vertices and repeating this process several times. These frames will define the look of the character. Make sure they are thick enough. I chamfer most internal elements of the robot with a single chamfer. External elements get around 3 chamfers. Make sure that different parts of the robot match its overall style. In my case, rectangular mouth and teeth add up to the general bureaucracy style. I make some outrageous topology on mouth edges, because it won't be noticeable on an almost flat surface. Also make sure to avoid creating small details like tiny teeth. Sometimes it's a great idea to break straight lines. We could change the jaw angle slightly, or make some teeth bigger. I didn't do it, however. When merging objects together, I detach their intersecting parts, probeling them together, weld their vertices, fix their topology, and attach them back. I repeat the same process for eyes and ears. The torso and the mailbox are created and deformed the same way as the head of the robot. Remember, it is only easy to boolean everything together when working with flat surfaces, otherwise you will have to retopologize your model later on. I used the shell modifier to add some volume to the lid of the mailbox. Now we deform the postbox the same way we used to deform the robot's head. The keyhole is created by booleening the partially extruded cylinder out of a different bigger cylinder, and then booleening it to the mailbox itself. There isn't much to comment on modeling woods. Be sure to make them thick enough and never go for small details that may ruin the overall simple stylized look of the model. Remember that you only have to make proper topology for shading to look correctly on bent surfaces. You don't have to follow that rule on flat surfaces, or surfaces that will be blocked from side by some other geometry. Also remember to fix your smoothing groups now and then, so you can later add weighted normals modifier, and then wrap the model based on smoothing groups. I use rubber band connectors instead of mechanical knees, so that my model can be easily animated should I decide to do it. I stick to my general rule here by making hands big and thick enough to compensate for thin metal connectors and to give our robot a slightly clumsy look. I fix the topology, add some chamfers, and subtract the sphere from top part of the hand, making an improvised joint. I also create a cavity in the bottom part of the hand, filling it with 3 fingers. I reduce the size of one finger and merge everything together. I make the shoulder almost as thick as the hand itself and give it 3 chamfers. I use ring selection and collapse tools to create the geometry of the screw. I add some extra loops to the connector and give it some details. Such details could have been baked if we wanted to optimize our poly count. The arm was too long, so I've deleted a small segment of it and merged everything back by using vertex snapping. I guess that's how some plastic surgeries work. I finish working on my robot by merging everything I can merge, fixing its smoothing groups, quadrifying it, and fixing the rest of its topology. I also highlight some elements by adding decorative cavities around them. The closer your polygons are to a shape of perfect square, the better your topology is. Make sure to rotate your camera now and then to see your shading. If you have any doubts, you may stick to flat surfaces and your model will still look great. I create a simple envelope and add an automated retopology to it, so I can deform it the way I like. The higher your poly count is, the better will be shading once the object is bent or deformed. I fix my smoothing groups and apply an FFD modifier to bend the envelope and to place it into the robot's hand. Thanks for watching, guys. If you got any value from this video, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more stylized content. And most importantly, have a great day!